Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. My name is Tiffany and this is Small Town 6. Today is a what's for dinner video. Today I'm going to show you guys some easy recipes because we're getting back into the swing of things around here. Kids are starting back into schools, sports are started up, life is busy, it's hectic enough. So we got to get dinner on the table, and I thought, why not share some super duper easy recipes that are my go-tos. So that is what I'm going to share today. This is also in collab with my friend Bethany from Budget Bethany. If you guys have never seen her, she is such a sweetheart. She has amazing recipes and grocery hauls and all kinds of content. Bethany also has another channel called Bethany's Southern Mess where she shares cleaning motivation. So when you guys get done watching my video, please go give Bethany some love and tell her I sent you. Also, if you're coming from Bethany's channel, welcome. I am Tiffany, like I said before. I'm a mama to 4 kids. They are age ranges of 15, 11, those are my boys, and then 7 and 5 are my girls. And I am married to my husband, Ryan. And sometimes you'll see my dogs in the videos. I've got 2 dogs, Sadie and Zoe, and a little hamster named Ed. What you'll find on my channel is a lot of cooking motivation, a lot of what's for dinners, a lot of grocery hauls, because that's all I do is go to the grocery store, I think, to feed 6 people. I do cleaning motivation, decluttering, organizing. Sometimes if I'm doing project time in my house, like DIYs, then I'll share that. So a little bit of everything for the homemaker lifestyle. So I hope you'll consider subscribing after you check out my video today. And thank you for all my returning subscribers. I appreciate all of you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll quit rambling on. Okay guys, so tonight I am going to share with you a super easy dinner. Obviously I'm taking all the prep work out of this. And it's cheaper. I got these turkey burgers from Aldi's, the Jenny O brand. So they sell them at all kinds of chains of grocery stores if you don't have an Aldi's. But these actually ended up being pretty much like a 10-cent difference or something very similar to that. What I did was I just picked these up. They're already pre-pattied, 10-cent difference in price. Tons of protein in these. I try to sneak turkey burgers in because I like turkey burgers instead of real beef. Got tons of beef downstairs in our freezer. These are already done, so like I said, it'll be easy dinner. So a lot of times I will just make my own patties, but this is easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make burgers obviously for dinner, but I'm going to amp up the flavor. I'm going to make some bacon. I'm going to put it in the oven. If you've never seen me do this, if you've never seen my video, I put it at 400 degrees and I put it in for 16 minutes on my baking sheet, and it usually always comes back out perfect. I am going to use real bacon tonight because they prefer real bacon on their burgers instead of my turkey bacon. They don't want turkey burgers and turkey bacon. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bake the bacon in the oven, and we're going to serve that on top of this. But I'm also going to show you a really easy recipe for something called boom sauce I saw on the internet before. So we're going to try to pour that over these burgers and maybe some onions because my mushrooms are gone. And then we'll serve it with the normal French fries. Tonight I'm not going to make French fries myself. If I have a bag left, I'm going to pop those in the oven. If not, I guess I'm going to cut my own up. But we're going to serve it with fries, and then I'll probably make a vegetable to go with it because my produce is starting to turn and I need to cook some of the fresh produce. So let's go ahead and get started with what we need. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use my old school griddle. I pull this thing out sometimes. I know everybody's got Ninja Foodies and they've got whatever all this pressure or those new like XL, Power XL things. I just like my old school griddle. Got this, it'll be 16 years ago because we got it for our wedding anniversary. So anyway, I'm just going to use this. This thing is probably like needing to be tossed out, but I love it. It's convenient, and when I go cook a lot of other stuff like on the stove, because I just found out I don't have any fries. So I'm going to make macaroni and cheese over there, some homemade macaroni and cheese. I've shared in my last video how to do that. Super easy, Pioneer Woman. I'm going to make the burgers on here, cook the bacon in the oven, and cook the macaroni on the stove, and make my kitchen incredibly hot when it's already hot outside. But let's go ahead and get started on that, and then I'll show you guys how to do the sauce. while the burgers are finishing cooking, we're gonna make the sauce. My glasses are glaring, but it helps me see better. So I'm just gonna take a bowl. We're gonna combine a cup of mayo. We're gonna combine 1/4 a cup of ketchup, which is about what I got left in here. A tablespoon of mustard. A 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. And 3/4 a teaspoon of garlic powder. And then a teaspoon of paprika. And we're gonna combine 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. So we're gonna mix all that together and it's gonna make something called boom sauce. And we'll pour it over like the burgers with the bacon and the cheese and the burgers and make it all like yummy. Hey guys, welcome back. I am making a super duper simple recipe tonight. We have a very busy evening, so I have limited time before hubby comes home from work, and he's working day turn today, so I want to have something ready to go tonight. I know it's not really soup weather right now, but we don't mind soup as long as we're not eating it outside and it's not like 100 degrees. So I'm going to make something easy. I was going to get the seasoning for this white chicken chili, the little seasoning packets at Walmart. Couldn't find them. There wasn't even a space for them at Walmart anymore. And I couldn't find them at Aldi's, obviously, because they don't carry everything. So I'm improvising. I found a different recipe for it. It's just in the Instant Pot. It's just staple items I already have. And hopefully it turns out really good like the other recipe used to. Also, I'll probably thicken it up a little bit. I like it to be creamy when we make like this white chicken chili. So I may add a little bit of half and half or some cream cheese at the end. We'll find out. We'll see whether this comes out soupy or not. So, very basic ingredients. You guys probably already have most of this on hand. We'll go ahead and tell you what they are. Also guys, if you want to make this in your crock pot, go ahead and do that. You'll just cook it from 3 to 4 hours on high or from 6 to 8 on low. And you can even do it on the stove top. Just you'll have to cook your chicken separate. So what you need is 1.5 pounds of chicken breast. I'm gonna use some of this for my meal prepping for the week. So I'll probably just use a couple chicken breasts out of here. Then you'll need 4 ounces of green chilies, but some of the recipes call for 2 things of 4 ounces. All Walmart had was a 7 ounce, and it was only 98 cents, I think, for the big container. I couldn't find any at Aldi's. It says 2 cans of white beans. So I'm using a northern bean, and since we're making this from what I have on hand, I'm using garbanzo beans because I only had 1 can of the white beans. Also 1 can of corn, or you can use frozen. I'm just going to use the frozen kind. I already had it. 2 cups of chicken broth. You know I keep that on hand. And then 3 teaspoons of cumin, 3 teaspoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. But you know me, if you've seen my videos, I add extra garlic. I love garlic. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. I'll probably add a little extra. And then 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and then pepper to season it. So all we are going to do, I will go ahead and trim the nasty off the chicken and not show that because that's just gross. We're going to put the chicken in the bottom of the Instant Pot. I use my trivet because it keeps it from sticking all the way to the bottom and getting that burn message. And also, since this is not a non-stick one that they sell now, I always spray mine with cooking spray. So I will put the chicken on the bottom, and then I will layer the cans of soup, the corn, the chicken broth, the green chilies, all that on top. And then I will top it with the seasonings. And then we're just gonna seal it. You can do the poultry setting. I never do any of these fancy settings on my Instant Pot. I just use the pressure cook, the basic one, because that's what most of them use. And I'll probably cook this for about 20 minutes just to make sure that my chicken cooks through. I know a lot of times it says less than that, like 15 minutes, but when it says that, I tend to up the time to cook it. So very basic, very simple, and hopefully this turns out really yummy. And like I said, at the end of this, I will probably add a little bit of half and half or a little bit of cream and cheese, or cream cheese to thicken this up. And then you can top it with cheese, you can top it with avocados, you can top it with whatever you feel your heart's desire to top it with. But anyway, and it's pretty healthy recipe. Lots of protein, you get some vegetables. It's a win-win. Let's get started. Okay guys, chicken is cut up. I sliced all the nasty off of it. So now we're just gonna layer the chicken with the beans, all the stuff, the chicken broth, and then put all the seasonings on top and pressure cook it for 20 minutes. is the Instant Pot white chicken chili. I added a little bit of half and half into it, and you guys saw me put the cream cheese on it before I cooked it to make it a little bit creamier. Also, I shredded the chicken and then put it back in there. There you go, guys. Super easy, yummy, creamy dinner. Effortless. Hey guys, today I'm sharing with you a super duper simple recipe for dinner, especially busy nights, because with 4 kids, our life is always busy. So it's called Baked Italian Sandwiches. This is a go-to recipe. I'm making this for a very long time. There is minimal effort in this, and you can have it in the dinner table within like literally 16 minutes, I think. Well, prep time's about, you gotta give it 5 minutes, but so super simple. All the ingredients you're gonna need is, you're gonna need a loaf of bread. You're gonna need, I've used the Italian bread sliced up from Walmart. That way it's already sliced. I don't have to sit there and take the painstaking time of slicing it all and it being all jagged and uneven. So I just pick up a loaf of that. It's $1 at Walmart. Aldi's doesn't carry that. And you can use French bread, Italian bread, whatever, just a big loaf of that. 12 slices of cheese. I just use Colby Jack. You can use provolone, whatever floats your boat. A pound of ham or turkey or whatever lunch meat you prefer. We like to use turkey. That's our preference. This is like $3.16 at Walmart for a pound. And I'm going to use up some of this other turkey I got from Aldi's. It's deli style. And then you'll need I think a cup of Italian breadcrumbs, something I always have on hand. If you don't have Italian, feel free to use the other. You could even use regular breadcrumbs and put Italian seasoning in. It just ups the flavor a little bit. Then you'll need 2 large eggs. I'm just going to use egg whites because I need to use this container up. And sometimes I run out when it depends on how big the loaf is. Like this is a bigger loaf, wider than the French. So I sometimes need to get a little bit of extra eggs. So really what you're gonna do is coat these the bread into, like one side into the egg mixture. Then you're gonna dip it into the Italian breadcrumb mixture. And then, because I like to conserve some of the cheese, by all means, if you want extra cheese, go for it. You can use as many slices as you want. But I will actually split the cheese in half. I will put half of the cheese slice on the bottom, then put the meat on top, and then I will layer another piece of cheese. And what we'll do for each slice, just one of the ends that's facing up and the end that's facing down, and you'll dip that in the egg mixture and then dip it in the breadcrumbs. That way it gives it a really yummy flavor. And that's all we're gonna do. We're gonna put it in a 9x13 baking dish. And then you're gonna take half a stick of butter. Like I actually just have a half left. And you're gonna just cut little pieces of the butter off. Like once your sandwiches are all in the pan, you can put little slices of the butter in between it. That way when you're cooking it, that melts in there. It helps with that Italian breadcrumb flavor. Such an easy, yummy recipe. My kids absolutely love this. My husband loves it, and it is just, you know, effortless. Not much to it. And all we'll do is bake it at 400 degrees for 8 minutes on one side, then you flip it and bake it for another 8 minutes. And that's it. You can serve it with French fries, salad, a vegetable, chips, whatever you feel like doing. And sometimes I make these for like get-togethers because it is just, like I said, easy. So come on, let's go get started. I just wanted to show you a super simple recipe.
Oh
sandwiches. Served it with some chips and some fruit for a nice summertime dinner. Okay guys, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some super easy ideas for dinner. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit that notification bell. That way, every time I upload, it will tell you guys when I have a new video on. And I've got lots of content coming. And thanks again to Bethany. Don't forget to check out her channel when you get done with this. Like I said, it's linked down below. And I will see you guys next time. Love you all. Bye.